Hey, grade sixes, how you going? Happy Easter. Welcome to online learning, and this is how we're going to be going about things in term two. I hope you've all had a great break, and welcome. Radio, what I'm going to talk about this morning is how we're going to go about online learning this term in grade six. We're mainly going to be using Google Classroom. We're lucky enough it's going to look different in different year levels, but in grade six, we're definitely using Google Classroom. And we're going to be posting content up there daily for you to go through. So I'm going to talk to you today about how to get on and where to go first. Okay. So I'm just going to go down to my Internet Explorer down the bottom here. There we are. And here we are. I'm going to click on this little array up the top, open up those Google apps, and I don't know why it's hiding. Come here, you. There we are. Go to Google Classroom. And there we go. So first you're going to see, I know this is for all of year six, but you're going to see what it looks like from my Google Classroom. So there's all the classrooms that I'm attached to. So I'm going to click on the 6S Google Classroom. So you'll be clicking on your very own one. And here it is. So teachers are going to post up on this front wall here. So this is the class stream, of course. And if ever we've got an announcement, it's going to be here. So here's one from me saying, that you need to go to the classwork section each day. And here's one from Mrs. Ward saying, check out this cool, it's a cyber safety game, which we, as you're all going to be online a lot, we really need to be aware of. So please have a look at that if you get a chance in the meantime. But every point of call you're going to work on coming up is from this classwork tab up here. So stream is where some announcements will be, but your daily activities are going to be here in classwork. So I'll click on classwork and wait for it to load up, and you'll see all the things we've got going on down here, all our topics. So if you look up the top, we've got our online learning daily schedules. I would say that's definitely the first one you look at. You click on that and it'll have the date and what we're doing for the day. You've got, this is kind of your GEM stuff, physical, social, and personal wellbeing. Here's some times tables activities. Here's science. Here's our inquiry. And it's a really fun inquiry topic this term. Here's where we'll be posting our math things. Here's our readers workshop, our writers workshop, reading, which is going to be more of your reading comprehension skills. And that's my inquiry thing. I'm going to get rid of it. There's some art, music, sport, Nihongo, and there's also going to be our class novel, which I haven't done yet. I'm getting around to it, okay? So the first thing you'll do is click up the top one here. Cool, to your daily learning schedules. Cool. And here it is. So let me say, here's our first one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to your first day of online learning. Today, everything you need is going to be coming from the Google slide attached below. But from Thursday on, we're going to change to a Google Doc where the instructions. So it's going to be a little bit more streamlined. But just for today, we're going to start off with a Google slide, just as a slight introduction to it all. Please message your teacher if you have any issues. And remember, this is the first time for us doing this as well. So be patient if there's any issues, and we'll try and eye out the kinks. Best of luck. So we really, guys, want you this term to try your best at everything you do, and we'll try and cater what we can for you. But remember, it's completely different. It's more about really pushing yourself, and it's up to you to really motivate yourself, not your parents, but you taking control of your learning here. So I click on my Google slide here, and it's going to take us to the first screen where you see this big, beautiful picture of all your year six teachers. Now, I would each morning click up that present and go through everything and then pace out my day from that, okay? Again, it's going to be different when it's not a Google slide, but here's our welcome to our online learning. Here's the next slide. So here's where your WebEx links are going to be. So when we do our first meeting, here's a YouTube on how to log on to WebEx. And if you click on one of these names, at 11:25, click on your teacher's name and it'll take you to your first WebEx meeting. This will be done. This will send out a bit more information around this as well coming up. Next slide, we've got what you're going to be doing this week. So mainly today is about preparing for home learning. Then we've got our expectations for home learning on Thursday and some feedback about home learning coming up on Friday. And we'll be doing some learning subjects in there really, but this real first week is about getting yourself ready and being prepared and just knowing that's going to be different, but making sure that you're set up so you can achieve the most you can in this term. So here's the first thing we want you to do. We want you to make a space in your home that's going to be your working area. So we want it to be away from TVs or other screens. So we don't want you getting off track. Same place every day. Really want you to be, starting to create that routine so it's used to that place. This is work time when you're sitting here. A separate space is better. And making it your own little learning zone. Some you might not have that, but if you know that you've got a little area where that's where you're going to work, that's where it's going to work for you. Set up your space. Make sure you have a table or a desk to work at, a comfy chair, or the best that you can do, still some cushions, some paper you can write on, some books to write in, your pencil case, and all of the things that you need. So it might have your book for your book club. It could have some of the work that you've been doing. So, it's going to chop and change, but have everything kind of ready there. And keep these things safe and easily accessible for you to find. You might have toddlers running around the house, but have that little section that's yours where you can put all your learning tools, okay, and have them ready each morning. And make sure you're sitting, if you can, get there at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, whatever suits you early, but make sure you're getting there at the same time each day. And it might take a couple of days to get used to it, but setting up that routine is super important. On the next slide, we've got pictures of the teachers' home learning. So this is where we're doing all our teaching from, and we've set up our own little spaces. There's mine, there's Mrs. Forsyth, there's Mrs. Ward's, Mrs. Porter's got this really mini table there, and Sarah's got this lovely workspace here with some nice photos back there. And I think I don't know if that's a fish tank there. I wonder if Mrs. Forsyth's fish is still alive. Onto our next slide, there's you going on a book hunt about finding some books or magazines to have ready to read, because we want you to choose one book right now and spend 20 to 30 minutes once you get up to that part and just practice reading by yourself, because we really want you to embed this into your school routine. Again, writing it in your diary as well. So just silent reading like we do at school. We want you, when you get up to maths time, create a maths times table poster that you're working on. Make it colourful, big and bold. If you're already proficient in times tables as per your data, make it a vision table that you can practice so you can be just as quick at recalling those. Hang it in your personal learning space so it's always up in front of you, and practice it, okay? So I want you to take about half an hour to do that. Make a really cool poster. We're then going to get you to write down some 3 questions you've got for your teacher about home learning and how it's going to work, and make sure that they have capital letters and question marks, of course. Also tell us something that you're excited about and something that you're concerned about. Use adjectives. Cool. When you've got 3 questions statement, click on this little template and then save it to your Google Drive folder. So we'll show you how to do that in a sec. So we may ask you to share your work during our WebEx meeting. If you can't remember how to do this, ask for help, but I'll show you really quickly right now. I'll click on use this template, and here's the template that's come up, home learning response. So the first thing I'm going to do is I go up to file and I go up to make a copy. And I'm going to change the copy of home learning response I'll change it to my name. So Mr. Sutherland's home learning response. Where it says folder, I want you to click on the folder, and it'll look different for you to me, but I want you to go to, I'm going to take myself to my shared drives. That's where everything is. See how it says shared drives there? So you will have again, it's look different for you, our EPS Year 6 student drive. Click on that. Find your class, 6F, 6PW, 6S. I'll click on 6S. Find your folder. Here's all the students from my class, and save it in there. I don't have a copy. I don't have my own folder here, so I'm just going to select here to save it, or I can quickly create my own little folder here and call it Mr. Sutherland. Tick that one, and now it's in my folder, and then I just click select, and then it's saved there. I hit OK, and you watch it makes a whole new copy over here. Takes a little bit to do, and I make sure it says Mr. Sutherland's. Then I go back to this little one up here, this tab up here, and I close it, get rid of it so I don't write on the wrong one. And now I write my work down here. It's saved in my own little folder, ready to go. Once I'm finished, again, I'll just close it down and I'll head back to my the work that I have to do today. And last little slide I want to take you through. Here we are. Come on, you. Next slide. That's it, I think. Oh, no. Oops. Let me scroll forward. That's it, yeah, and that's it for your first day. So not a very hectic first day, but again, we really want you to focus on setting up for success, okay? There will be little mini lesson videos in some of your lessons. Again, once you finish, remember, close things down. There will be little video mini lessons in your classwork, always heading back there. Remember that there's going to be, we'll send out there'll be a timetable up on your stream, which tells you when you're going to be logging on with your art teacher and your Nihongo and your music and your sport teachers. But again, once that timetable's out, we really want you to set up those routines for yourself. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like. Again, any questions, please ask your teacher. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to seeing you in our online meetings, and I hope everything goes well for you. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye guys.